What's going on, everybody? Kennybombx is in the building, and we are still in that early release period for WWE 2K25, and when it comes to enjoyability, the game is a lot of fun, but when it comes to stability, there is still a lot to be desired. But it looks like 2K is working around the clock to make sure things are good before this game is officially released, because we just got patch drop number 2. But does this address some of the major concerns players have been running into? Because as of right now, some of these modes are simply unplayable. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is unacceptable. So today, we take a look at these patch notes to see exactly what was fixed and if it brings this game to a state where it's finally complete. But first, don't forget to drop a like on this video and smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on WWE 2K25. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
Alright, to be fair, I will say my personal experience with WWE 2K25 on the Xbox Series X has been pretty stellar. I see where people are having issues, and I simply stay away from where those issues are occurring. See a lot of issues with the creation suite. I see a lot of issues with my Rise right now. And I'm not saying it's acceptable for these things not to be working. I'm just saying until they get them figured out, I'm going to stick to the things that are working. Showcase mode worked perfectly, even though some of those challenges were absolutely ridiculous. Big shouts out to that woman's Money in the Bank match. And I just jumped into the island. Now, I did have one big issue on the island, and it was a bad one. So I went in there, met R-Truth, got to the My booth, and I started creating my moveset. And as y'all know, if you're creating a big moveset, it takes hours, especially for me, because I like to go through all of the moves to make sure I get all the good ones. I spent about 3 hours working on my moveset, and the island kicked me out. I did not save it. So I had to get back in there today and start all over. Luckily, I got it done, so I'm ready to start chapter 1 after I finish this video, but that's just a big heads up for y'all. Make sure as you're creating your moveset, you leave out of that menu to save it and then go back in and continue. Now let's take a look at this patch. This is dropped by SmackDown Hotel, who says patch 104 has been released for WWE 2K25. Patch size is 2.9 gigabytes. That is pretty sizable for the Xbox Series X. Now the first thing we got under general is stability and performance improvement. I'm sure we've all run into those issues where you go into community creations or the deletion utility to get rid of something, and as soon as you get rid of it, the game kicks you back to your dashboard. So we can take all of the stability improvements they can give us, so that's actually a good one. Address reported concerns of inability to launch My Rise. Now this is one a lot of people have been hitting me up about on X, and if you look on YouTube, you can literally find videos of people replicating the issue. This is not good. This is early release, and a lot of people got their hands on this game, excited to play My Rise, and up until this point, it looks like everybody has not been able to experience it, which will cause you to kind of risk running into spoilers, as I already have already. Some people are telling me that the opening I'm not even gonna say it. But they addressed some other issues with My Rise in the first patch as well, so hopefully with this one, it completely cleans things up, so when we who haven't touched it yet finally get in there, we can have a smooth experience. The next thing they have is address reported concerns of deletion utility instability. Now, there's been problems with the deletion utility as long as I remember, so if they actually fix it with this patch right here, I would be amazed. The next one we see, address reported issues with Sensational Sherri and Shawn Michaels attires when used as managers. I saw a Shawn Michaels model that's apparently locked behind my faction today, and this is sexy boy Shawn Michaels, right? The young man. And they put his old face on the young attire. Apparently there's an Undertaker model in there too where they did the same thing. Listen, I don't know what to tell y'all. There's an Eddie Guerrero model in there as well, and as we know, that man has passed away. The Eddie Guerrero model looks amazing, and they could not do a face capture with him. If we stop using the old face models and just build these faces from scratch, we could have such better quality on this roster. I'll just say that. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Let's go ahead and move on to the island. Now, of course, last gen and PC did not get the island, so these are Xbox Series X and PS5 exclusive updates. Address reported concerns of incorrect superstar portraits displaying when loading into matches. Now, I haven't played any matches in the island yet. Again, before I jumped on and did this video, I just finished up my moveset, so I'm excited to see how this thing actually plays out. I don't even know what to expect. Not a huge fan of the way they tell the story in the island with just the character and like the words running across the screen, but you know what? We can get past that. Interested to see how the story plays out though. But I have not had any issues in the island really besides my moveset getting deleted, and I don't know what that was, if it was a server issue or what happened. It just kicked me out and I had to start over. But other than that, I saw people complaining about like long load times, and some people were having issues where they couldn't access the island at all. Now, is that an internet problem on their end? Not too sure, but hopefully if it is an issue a lot of people are having, that's something they get addressed as well. But I am currently not really understanding the island because there's a lot of people running around on this one server, but there's really nothing you can do with them. So again, verdict's still out on the island. I want to get in there and play it a bit more before I give you guys my final thoughts on it, but so far I'm kind of on the fence. We'll see where we get before the end. Now, the gameplay improvements. They've addressed concerns of the first entrance in a War Games match remaining outside of the ring. Now, this isn't something I've run into, but I'll tell y'all this. When you play Showcase mode, there's a Bloodline War Games match in there. Another one that's not too bad, but the requirements, you're required to bust everybody open. And before you can get everybody busted open, your partners and your opponents, they're all just trying to pin each other. So it's a bit of a mess there. Maybe I'll do a video to show y'all how to beat that one as well, but that's kind of something we need in the War Games match. Let me turn pinning for the computers off or something, at least on my end. Big mess. The next thing we have is address reported concerns of chain wrestling not triggering. Now, y'all, I've been playing this game quite a bit, and I will tell y'all, I have not run into a chain wrestling scenario one time. A lot of those trading blows, which I did go into options and turn those off completely finally, but I have not run into chain wrestling yet. So it's not necessarily something that's forced on you. I guess, you know, if you want to do it, you can trigger it, but I haven't even looked at like the directions to get it triggered yet. So that's something I am going to look forward to once I actually start on the island. But going through Showcase, didn't access it one time. Address reported concerns of the LED barricades not displaying appropriate damage. You know what? I just remembered we can damage the... I forgot we could do that. AEW Fight Forever. That was my favorite thing to do in that game, so there's another thing we have fun to explore. Like I said, y'all, I've been enjoying my time with WWE 2K25 so far, so this is something else I'm going to enjoy getting in there trying. Now, the big issue I've been seeing, so many people, I've seen the most complaints about this on X, and that is the create a superstar. Apparently, the face morphing wasn't working, things were crashing, I still can't find a good Hangman Page in there, and that might have something to do with the issues that we've been having. So hopefully, create a superstar is finally fixed now, but this just says like coloring images, so hopefully we got some stability improvements in there as well. I don't know. There's been a lot going on so far since WWE 2K25 has been released, but I gotta tell y'all, the game is a lot of fun. Having even more fun than I've had in WWE 2K24, especially with like the backstage brawl areas. Online works better if you're having a one-on-one match. I will say it's near perfect, but when you start adding other wrestlers in there, things get kind of funky. But I don't know, what's been y'all's experience so far with WWE 2K25? Let me know in the comment section, but thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on WWE 2K25. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.